What are the best self-quizzing techniques for active recall? Imagine trying to remember a friend's name after hearing it once. It's tough, right? That's because passive review doesn't stick in your memory. Instead, you need to actively pull information from your brain. That's where self-quizzing comes in. It's one of the most effective ways to strengthen your memory and boost your learning. When you quiz yourself, you trigger what scientists call the testing effect. This effect helps move information from short-term to long-term memory faster than just rereading notes or textbooks. The main idea is simple. You test your understanding without looking at your study materials. This process creates stronger mental connections and makes it easier to recall information later. Now, let's look at some of the best self-quizzing methods you can start using today. First, flashcards are a classic tool. Write a question or key term on one side and the answer on the other. Test yourself by looking at either side and trying to recall the answer. Digital flashcard apps can even use spaced repetition, which shows you cards just before you might forget them. Next, generate questions from your notes. Take your class notes and turn key points into exam-style questions. Write the questions on one page and the answers on another. Then, quiz yourself and check which answers you got wrong. This helps you see where your gaps are and prepares you for real tests. Practice testing in different formats is also very effective. Use multiple choice, fill in the blank, or short answer questions. Mixing these formats keeps your brain active and prevents boredom. When doing multiple choice, analyze why the wrong answers are wrong and why the right answer is correct. You can even create separate flashcards for each answer choice. Timed practice tests or old exam papers are great for simulating real test conditions. Set a timer and work through past questions to get used to working under pressure. This also helps you identify which areas need more review. The stop and recite method is simple but powerful. During or right after studying, pause and try to recall everything you just learned. Write or say it out loud without peeking at your notes. This quick exercise trains your brain to retrieve information more easily. Explaining concepts in your own words, called self-explanation, is another effective technique. Ask yourself why something works or how it connects to other ideas. This deepens your understanding and highlights gaps in your knowledge. Teaching others what you've learned is also very helpful. When you explain a topic to someone else, you reinforce your own memory. If no one is around, pretend you are teaching an imaginary student or write out a lesson plan. Asking deep questions about the material, known as elaborative interrogation, helps you connect facts to real-world applications. For example, ask why a process happens or how different ideas relate. Creating mind maps from memory is a visual way to organize what you know. Draw connections between concepts without looking at your notes. This helps you see how ideas fit together. Listing key points or steps from memory, called the enumeration technique, is simple but effective. For example, try to list all the stages of a process without checking your notes. Cover parts of your notes or diagrams to test your recall, known as the occlusion method. This works especially well for visual learners and diagram-based topics. Finally, combine these techniques with spaced repetition. Review material at increasing intervals, like after 1 day, 3 days, and a week. This spacing helps solidify your memory over time. The best way to succeed is to mix and match these methods based on what you're studying. Use flashcards for quick facts, practice tests for application, and teaching or self-explanation for complex ideas. Keep practicing regularly, and you'll find that active recall becomes second nature. The act of testing yourself is what makes your memory stronger and your learning more lasting.